1999, Save the Children USA in Uganda implemented the Child-Centered Alternative for Non-Formal Community-Based Education (CHANCE) project. The project was designed to create and promote partnership with government and communities and increase access, participation, retention of vulnerable children in quality primary education.
The schools started as community schools way back in 2003-04, but Save the Children started supporting these schools starting 2005. They came up as a result of the gap which was existing in education for children accessing education at the time in those respective communities.
When they introduced UPE, not all children were able to join the government schools. That's one. Two, the chance school, the location, first of all. There are some schools which are far away from government schools, and whereas there are young children who could not were distance to the government school.
And we had many children in the villages not studying because of the long distances that were between the community and the schools.
By mid-2015, the Education Local Expertise Center Uganda, ELECU, started working with Save the Children in Uganda to implement interventions and boost quality education in the 3 districts of Luweero, Nakaseke, and Nakasongola.
To help the learners in these non-formal schools achieve quality education. And we've used the same approaches that we have used in the formal schools. Still using the holistic approach of targeting the teacher, the learner, community, school leadership, and also the school environment.
The CHANCE project in Uganda was conceived to complement universal primary education's efforts and extend the philosophy of free universal education for all, quality enhancement, and foster community involvement and participation in education with close partnership with the community.
By the time when we started those schools, we started with those children with 8 years to 15, and they had not yet gone to schools. They were missing because of the distance from the nearby schools, and those children were not able to move those long distances.
Because if I had not gone there, I would have not even known how to teach the literacy, how they introduce the lesson, and we are improving. There's a bit improvement, and if we keep on attending several workshops, it will be very, very, very good. Very good.
The non-formal learning centers were set up, teachers trained, and classes began.
All of you read. You read here? You read the word?
Sweeping. Sweeping.
Sweep.
Okay, I understand by then there were no trained teachers around that place, and government had not come in. It had not been registered by government. So after the intervention of Save the Children, that's when the school was coded under government.
Okay, they sat as a committee and they called the community members. They came together. Then we sat down and we came out with a resolution that we should at least contribute something to say that the structures are made, and we made these temporary structures.
Focusing on the continuous professional development, Education Local Expertise Center trained teachers on a number of learner-centered skills and life skills.
Okay, with the guidance of these people, ELECU organized this literacy boost. It improved my teaching and my pupils in the class. They also improved. First of all, they trained us how to use these 5 core skills in reading and writing.
In fact, it has done a lot to us, we teachers, and even our pupils in villages there, because we can now handle them.
We also appreciate that these teachers in the CHANCE school, actually mostly like Nakasongola, they have not had a formal training in teaching. So it is such training that we have with them, like the one we have just completed, that boosts their teaching skills.
Otim Camilo is a program officer in charge Integrated Rights to Education and Participation program in Eleku. He is in charge of monitoring and supervising CHANCE learning centers in Nakasongola district.
Under this program, we work together to improve children's learning outcome by providing early grade learners with quality literacy programs. And the children that we target are those who are in school and those who are outside the school.
A team involving Eleku program officers and the center coordinating tutors carries out regular supervision and monitoring of the teachers in this project.
We do the support supervision after we've trained teachers. We've trained teachers so far 5 times in key literacy and numerous, and in the use of participatory methods when they are teaching. So after the training, we need to come and do the support supervision to mentor, to supervise and coach the teachers.
I have improved in making the good learning aid, whereby I choose, I make a learning aid which is attractive and it should fit to the level of the learners, and it should contain the real content to that which I'm teaching.
With the increasing enrollment in these schools, there is no doubt that the targets and mission of accessing education by children in the hard-to-reach communities has been achieved.
They would teach under the trees, they would teach up to lunchtime, and the whole school would go back home. But now, we teach, and at lunchtime, those ones in lower classes go back home. Then in the evening, we go on with the classes.
The schools are doing well, even better than those schools in UPE. So the children here actually, in some sections, they're telling the children are learning more than the children on the other side. So you don't create any difference that this is non-formal, this is not.
Implementing this project is facing a number of challenges ranging from inadequate infrastructure, lack of scholastic material.
Yeah, we still have work to do, especially to get the community to understand that NGOs come to complement, come to supplement on community activities, but not to provide entirely.
The community and parents appreciate Save the Children and Eleku for educating their children. What remains is a concerted effort, all players in education, to mainstream the education of children.
When we focus on the formal schools, these are schools that are owned by government, have relatively good infrastructure. We forget that there are children who are very far from these schools, very distant places who cannot reach government schools. But the non-formal schools present a bridge between the formal schools and the communities.
And we are optimistic the engagement we are doing with our local government partners, that they are going to come on board and transition these schools to become full government-aided schools.